And what's up, everybody? Welcome to Live on the Av. I'm Chad, and I'm joined today by Jason. We're going to run down the news for Tuesday, May 3rd, 2016, that you guys might have missed. And we had an awesome announcement today that kind of caught Jason off guard because he's not too big of a fan. But if you guys are fans of Warhammer 40K, the last couple of days they've been teasing it. Dawn of War 3 was announced, and we got a trailer to check out today, which looked fucking awesome, dude. I'm a kind of a Warhammer mark. I'm a Warhammer mark, so anything Warhammer I kind of dive into a little bit just to check it out. And Dawn of War was probably one of the, not one of the first, but one of the real-time strategy games that I actually enjoyed. I mean, it was like Command & Conquer, obviously, and then it goes down the road of like Dawn of War was like one of those other ones where I got in there and I was like, holy crap, dude, you got like giant orcs, you got the Eldars, you got the
Space Marines.
Yeah, the Space Marines in there, and you're just like battling away, dude.
Yeah.
Dawn of War 1 had just like, it was like epic in size. It was huge. It was enormous. Like you had giant maps, giant armies going after each other. And then in the second one, they added like customization. You could take like one character and kind of build him up into like an elite character, and then he would kind of like, they made him almost is like the force to be reckoned with, so to speak, on the battlefield. So now this one, they're introducing super walkers and giant orbital cannons and like some other stuff, but the super walker characters are going to be like giant, you know, max, like ultra huge dudes. Like one example was a guy with 2 giant Gatling gun arms kind of walking around just taking ownership of the field. So if you think about your Command & Conquer, you know, maybe it's like one of the giant tanks that you could get, dude, and you'd always like run the army of tanks. So yeah, Dawn of War 3 announced, man, as you can tell.
You're super excited about this.
Little excited.
I forgot that I did play a good amount of Dawn of War 2. Like now it's like starting to like click again. It's like, oh yeah, I do remember that game. And that was a long time ago now. It's
2009, I think it came out.
Holy
so
crap!
almost
It was 7 years in between these, so this is a big deal.
It is, dude. It's been in the pot, dude, for 7 years, and here we go, man. Warhammer's been like kind of introducing us to a lot of weird stuff lately. Like we got that first-person shooter type of game recently, and then now they're like kind of doing like this other boat version, like where you're taking over boats, and then you know. Now we're going back to the roots of Warhammer when I think of Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, I mean Warhammer's like that license has just been like completely whored out over the last. Like everybody like we could do a fucking Warhammer if we want to, like just do live on the app, just Warhammer. Edition.
Warhammer fucking Orc Tap.
Yeah, we'll sell out.
Orc Tapper, dude. Yeah, so Dawn of War 3 announced. You guys just had a chance to obviously look at the trailer. I'm super excited for it. Look for it in 2017. No official date for its release yet, but 2017 could be early in the year. Real-time strategy game. I recommend you play Dawn of War 2 because it's fucking amazing. Another one that we got today, another release date announced today, Dishonored 2. November 11th, 2016. We're going to see it coming up very soon. We got a little bit of a tease with some of the action scenes and stuff last year at E3.
Yep.
And now we're getting a little bit more information coming out and trickling out. Huge spread it's getting, exclusive spread, so we ain't getting it at the spread at allertonav.com, but Game Informer's got the spread, and they got
we'll report on the spread on the Game Informer spread.
We'll spread the spread.
Yeah, spread the news of the spread.
But it's Corvo Attano is back, and he's joined by Emily Caldwin, which they showed in the trailer at E3. They're gonna have introducing new skill trees, so abilities you can kind of build up and get like, and then you get to play as either character after you do the intro tutorial screen, world. You'll be able to choose which character you want to choose or be, and then you can kind of split the paths and see it from different perspectives, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Did you enjoy the first Dishonored a lot? Or?
No, I never really got into it. This is one of those games I bought like 9 times, and if you have to play it, I have the PC version, the Xbox 360 version, and then the PS4 version. And I've yet to play
the definitive edition that came out.
Yeah, and I've yet to play through it, and I don't know what it is about the game that it just never clicked with me. Like every time I would sit down to play it, I'm just like, it's not clicking. But it's cool. It's got great mechanics, and it's like an interesting game. It's just maybe it's too stealthy for me. But then you can play it non-stealthy. The thing is, I see those goddamn YouTube videos where the guy like does a kill and he like chains 9 kills together and just clears the entire thing, and I'm like, I need to buy that game, and I buy it, and then I play it, and I can't do that right away, and I'm just like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna try this. You know, I'm gonna buy it because the world looks so interesting to me.
Yeah, you're gonna end up buying like 4 copies of it for every platform you can get your hands on, and then
why not?
You won't play it. Amy played through it a ton, so listen back on the block party as we'll talk to Amy about it this week, and she'll have a ton of information on it because she played through, I think, that and the expansion packs on Dishonored, so she'll have a good perspective on what's coming for Emily Caldwin and Corvo Attano in Dishonored 2 this November 2016. We also got some details today, a bunch of news today, man. The Division Excursion detail, the brand new one, since everyone's been powering through this last excursion pretty easily, dude, with a ton of exploits on it. This new one's called the Broken Circle, and you're gonna have to take out. The Rikers have a surface-to-air missile system that's trying to take out the airspace of Manhattan. So, dude, you get to go in there and try and stop it. I'm just hoping that they don't have it like set up like they did this last excursion where it was just like you go into this room and it's just wave after wave after wave after wave of dude.
That's
like,
what the Division is, dude.
Yeah, well, it's not though, because
most of it is.
Like you'd go through the house and you'd encounter a wave. You wouldn't just stay in one room.
I mean, their whole gameplay circle is like go somewhere, fight a ton of enemies, move a little bit, fight a ton of enemies. So, unfortunately, I'm assuming you're going to be at the end of that funnel again of guys coming at you.
I'll take move somewhere, fight a bunch of dudes over just standing in one spot fighting 15 waves of dudes. Like if they do that shit again and then they try and say that they're we're gonna have like you're gonna have to take out a tank, and then you find out that the mission is like 6 waves, then you put a C4 on the tank, 4 waves, then you put C4 on the tank. You know, like that's not even fucking fun.
No, like give me some new scenery when I'm getting like when you're like hitting me with this like time wasting battles.
Yeah, bullet sponges everywhere. But yeah, that's coming. That's going to be coming out later this month, and it's going to offer a purple set of gear, so like another raid set of armor. You have to be 220 gear as well, and I think I'm at 187 without completing this latest raid, so I don't know, man. Unless you guys have done the most recent excursion, don't plan on tackling this one anytime soon.
So when you do the Division now that you're up to like 180, that seems like a pretty good number. Like when you...
No, it's 180's basic, bare bones.
All right, well,
end game.
I'm like 16, so you're doing well. So when you go in there, like, is this like some good incentive for you to come back, like to hit the 1.1? You're like, all right, like maybe every month I just check into Division, crank out this hour's worth of content. That's a pretty good investment, right?
That's what I was hoping that it would be. But when I say it's a 220, that means you have to play at least a handful of times through the last excursion, which is a big steaming pile of shit.
Oh, so like if you beat that excursion once, you're not gonna. You have to do. Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, I think every time you beat it, you get like a green piece of gear. There's a 24-hour lockout on it, or on the challenging version of it, which is the higher gear. So I mean, you're gonna have to beat it at least like to get enough of the gear, like 3 or 4 times. I think that the gear right now that you can purchase from Blueprints is up to 216, 214-ish. So like the good stuff is from the drops of the challenging mode version. That does not
sound fun at all to me.
So unfortunately I won't be able to play it because that mission sucks and I don't want to play it, but I'll be able to get close enough to do it. And I think 220 is going to be the challenging version of it, so I might still be able to jump in there if I can get some people online. But 220 will be the challenging version for sure. So that's the Division Excursion. Make sure you guys check back. We'll have a breakdown of it as more details come out for it later on this month. And starting today, dude, if you pre-ordered Overwatch, you are in the beta. The open beta actually begins on the 5th, but if you pre-ordered, you can start playing it today. Jason, you had an opportunity to check it out for a little bit, and this was your first time checking it out.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on it?
I like it. I like it a lot. I went in with I went in with lowered expectations. I wasn't really feeling the game at all from the pre-release videos and hype, and then after playing Battleborn, which is another competitive shooter, I was just like, I'm out, dude. I can't do these games. But then I got in there, started playing it, dude, and enjoyed the shit out of it. I love it. I love the art. I love the character design. I think the game plays really well. It seems fairly balanced, at least. The matches I played, it seemed like everybody had a little something they could do, and everybody was counteracting everything. $60, I think, it's hard for me to fathom paying $60 for just a multiplayer shooter in this day and age. It seems to be what everybody wants, but 21 characters, 12 maps. If I get 20 hours worth out of it, then I think, $60 well spent, which I could see myself playing this enough.
I mean, if you dabbled in each character, I could see you getting, close to 20 if as long as you spend a decent amount of time with it. The big news though is that they took out the competitive mode out of here. And they're going to restructure it, fix it up due to feedback that they've had in the past betas, the closed betas, and relaunch it with the new competitive mode. And when I say competitive, I'm talking about the ranking system and how you increase your level and how better players are able to play with other good players and not just thrown to the wolves. Like, I could boot on this afternoon with it, which I will do, and I could be thrown in there with some dudes who are like aces.
I was confused too because I actually did that and it said quick match, play with people of your other skill level. So I didn't know what that meant. Because competitive mode was... maybe competitive mode is more like an esports kind of thing. It's very vague. Nobody seems to really know, like when you're bouncing around the internet, what the fuck this means. But I think that's kind of what you said, playing people in ranked in your own zone. Kind of, I'm assuming the seasons thing, like they do in like other Blizzard games, like like Diablo and stuff like that. I'm assuming it's like that, like tournaments and leagues and groups and stuff. But so far, dude, I'll talk more about it on the block party because I think you and I are both gonna play some of this. It's pretty fun, dude. Surprising, totally surprised me.
I was super surprised when you sent me that message. You're like, dude, it's good. You gotta check it out. So I'll definitely dive into it this afternoon and check it out a little bit more. Have more on the block party tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Make sure you guys tune in. We also got some Super Meat Boy is finally making its fucking way to the Wii U after like 9 years, man.
Like,
I don't know what that is about. Why waste your time with it? I was getting excited. I start reading Super Meat Boy. I hear Super Meat Boy. I'm thinking, dude, are we getting a sequel? No.
Yeah.
You're just getting the Super Meat Boy that you've been playing for the last decade.
Yeah, the one you've been playing for 6 years or something on other systems is finally making its way to the Wii U.
So,
and it must have been challenging if it took this long. There must have been some kind of reason why it took this. Like, just don't do it. No one's gonna buy it. No offense, it's like an amazing game, but no, like if you haven't played it yet, like I highly doubt the Wii is gonna be the spot someone's gonna pick it up.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, if you haven't played it yet, that means nothing has ever interested you in it. And if you own a Wii U, there's zero reason for you to buy it because you've never been interested in it before.
Yeah, this is catering to like the most honed in audience ever. It's like people that don't own any other gaming consoles and only own the Nintendo.
Yeah, the Wii U.
Yeah, and want like a Twitch shooter or like a Twitch platforming game.
But shit, if that is you and you only own the Wii U,
who only owns a Wii U? Nobody only owns a Wii U. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Jeez, man. Well, yeah. But anyway, May 12th it comes out. So if you got the Wii U and you've never played it, check that out, dude.
Yeah,
something else coming out this next week, this month. Rory McIlroy, one of my most anticipated games of 2015, is coming to EA Access for free for anyone who has it. Starting next week. Yay!
You have another reason to get EA Access, dude.
That is literally the only reason I would get it, and it's not a big enough reason for me.
They put everything up there, dude. They have the new FIFA up there. The NHL game is up there. They have Rory McIlroy up there. Like I'm sure Star Wars is gonna be up there at some point. Like they're all up there, right?
Once Battlefront gets up there, I'll probably jump in on it. But
oh my god, dude!
Right
it's
now,
like $30 a year, and you can play all these EA games that you. That's if there was a Blockbuster around, you would have spent $30 renting this fucking game.
You tried to sell me this on me over the summer, and I almost bit, and I didn't. Oh, I did. I signed up for it so I could play the EA Sport or UFC 2 early, and then I went through their selection of games, and I was like, there isn't a fucking game on there I would play.
Yeah, no, I basically used it to play the games early, and then like now I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I can play golf. That's pretty cool.
So $40 a year, you said?
Yeah, and also if you have EA Access and you buy these games like like FIFA, you can just go sell it right away, right before they put it on EA Access and get your money back and pay for your EA Access.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, you get about half back, and then that goes towards EA Access, and
you already played the game a bunch prior to that point.
There you go, guys.
Terrible investments 101.
Rory McIlroy is going to be on EA Access starting next week if you guys haven't already had it. And that's your news for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you guys check out our AllertonAv.com, and also you can join us every day on Twitch at AllertonAv. And if you missed it, make sure you check us out on YouTube, AllertonAv Live on YouTube.com. Thank you, Jason, for joining me today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.